Yo, what is going on guys? SpaceKong here. So we've got a nice little discussion today about what's going to be happening in 2017. Now nothing's confirmed yet, but there's been some strong hints, and we do know that ZeniMax has been working on these zones for quite a long time actually. They released a video not long ago showing us Orsinium, a Bar's Landing, the Imperial City, and they've also been showing us the Clockwork City and Mephal's Realm. And we know for a fact that those zones are being made right now, so I reckon that it's either one of them two which will be released, but we don't know for sure. There could be something else because we didn't even know about Dark Brotherhood coming out. They didn't show off that map. Now let's start with Murkmire. It's south of Shadowfen, and there will be a new race introduced. However, it won't be playable, which kind of sucks. I was hoping to have a new playable race, but they're called the Naga, and they're not like Argonians. I mean, they're reptilian, yeah. They're kind of like snake fish people, is the best way I can put it, as described in the lore books. But you can't play as them, and it seems that they're hostile as well. So there's probably going to be some little war between the Argonians and them over Blackmarsh, which sounds pretty fun. Plus we had the Ruins of Mazatum dungeon added, which kind of is a little bit of a hint towards what we're getting next. But then we also had the Cradle of Shadows, which is to do with Mephala, so it could either be one of those two. Who knows? Okay, on to Mephal's Realm. Now, I know that the picture quality isn't that great, and I apologise for that. For some reason I couldn't get it any better than that, so bear with me. But as far as the Daedric Princes go, there is enough space around the whole of Tamriel to have each of their planes. So obviously we've got Molag Bal's plane with Cold Harbour, but we still have the rest of them to be filled in, and there's exactly enough space to fit them all in, so how coincidental is that? And as far as Mephala goes, the Daedric Princes have all spidery things, and yeah, they look really freaky, all of Mephala's minions and stuff. But apparently there's a bit of beef between Mephala and Molag Bal, so yeah. And there has been hints towards a Daedric war, but that's when the Clockwork City opens. And I don't know if they're going to tie in these two realms together, well, the Clockwork City and Mephal's Realm. They might have in the same DLC, but I doubt it. But I'm not going to rule it out, because Mephal's Realm could be really small. Who knows? They could make it a really small realm, and then that way they could fit it in with the Clockwork City DLC. But not much information has been released, so that's all I can tell you for now. Clockwork City. It was made by Sothasil, one of the Tribunal, and this also could be a hint towards the Daedric War, because in the end of the Orsinium DLC, spoiler alert, so if you haven't done the Orsinium DLC, then you might want to skip this bit, but essentially they hinted towards being a Daedric war as soon as a Clockwork City opens. Now it could be between Sothasil or the Tribunal, or it could be, like I said before, Mephala, but who knows. But the Clockwork City does look amazing if you look at the preview of it, although it said it was created by Sothasil, but I don't know, because there's a lot of dwarven stuff down there, so it might not be created by him. I mean, it said it did, but you know, they could be wrong, because obviously he's not a dwarf, and there are a lot of dwarven constructs down there, and a lot of cool looking bosses, like some giant spiders. Yeah, it looks really awesome, so definitely check that out in the previews. And of course, last but not least, we have the Vardenfell DLC. Now, it's a massive, massive island. It's a lot bigger than Solstheim. Probably like twice the size, 3 times the size. But I don't know how they're going to fit this into a DLC, because it's going to work out to be so much bigger than Hrothgar. Hrothgar's a tiny little place compared to this. Unless they're going to release it in zones, where they're going to release like part of Vardenfell, I don't know, like a north, south, east, west kind of zone thing. Maybe if they split into 4, then they could probably put it into a reasonable sized DLC. I mean, I would love to have the whole of Vardenfell, but I doubt it. And I'm a massive Morrowind lover, and is one of my favourite games of all time, so I'd definitely love to come back to Vardenfell. And I'm not sure if they're going to add this or not, but I would love to see an arena-based PvP, be it like 4 against 4, or even like 3 teams against each other in an arena. Because I know we have Cyrodiil, and I know we have player dueling, but I would love to see some battlegrounds. maybe even have like prizes to it. So I don't know, like whoever wins gets tickets or some kind of currency or something which they can use to buy items which you can only get with that currency, you know, like some special items. So it'll give you sort of more content to play with. I mean, I know ESO has a lot of content, but it's something different, more for PvP players, because I know, yeah, obviously we've got Cyrodiil and player dueling, but the rewards aren't amazing. Do you know what I mean? You can't make a lot of gold off it, and I mean, yeah, you can get some armor sets with the Telvar stones, but, you know, I think people who play the game solely for PvP don't get enough rewards. And it would be a perfect opportunity to implement it, because if Vardenfell's a massive place, and if they can put an arena somewhere, then that would be amazing. And if they do release the whole of Vardenfell, how much do you reckon it's going to cost? Because, yeah, it's probably going to be 2 to 3 times bigger than any other DLC that's been released. So it's probably going to have a massive price in it, unless they make it fairly empty. Which I doubt they'll do, because Elder Scrolls isn't known for making vast empty plains. They usually fill it all up with quests. Just loads of things, really. And another point is the Warden class. Will it be coming out with any of these DLCs? Essentially, the Warden class was being worked on when Elder Scrolls was first made, but then they scrapped it. And now there's talk about it coming back to the game. And of course, people have data mined some files with the Warden's abilities, so they may be working on that class. But how do you think it's going to end up coming into the game when the class balances aren't exactly great as it is? Do you reckon it would fix the game, or do you reckon it will break the game further? Who knows? Only time will tell, but if I find out any more information, I'll be sure to let you guys know. I hope you all enjoyed this video and found it useful. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please leave a like and subscribe. And as always, guys, have yourselves a great day. Peace!